.eth papers.
Like, you know, the ones that have the like the fruits on them, like the logos.
Yeah, and I got like little flavors to it too.
Yeah. What does .eth taste like? I think some blueberry.
Yeah, it would taste like. Let me see. It would just taste so good. It would probably just taste like a blueberry dum dum.
I was thinking more like Tutti Frutti.
Yeah, that works too, bro. Oh, let's think of some other stuff. Like, have you ever had that those little candies? You got to put the little sour stuff on it. Probably don't know what I'm talking about.
I have no clue.
I'm gonna show y'all what I'm seeing right now real soon. The sun's just waking up.
Yo, Specs, did he leave? Oh, fuck. Probably went to his home planet.
Hey, do y'all ever just check out like the people who are listening, like who's got ENS names, who doesn't, that kind of thing?
Yeah, I think like most of these people are bots or something.
Please tell me you're referring to the one with a pair of bollocks and no name.
Bro, there's so many bots in here right now. Like, they keep requesting.
But have you seen that? Have you seen the image of just there's a pair of swinging balls?
Yeah, bro. Like,
Oh, he's like, we gotta get him up. We gotta get him up.
He
Get him up.
says his bio says sack the bank.
Like, look, call up some of them. Like, dang, there he is. Coochies.eth. Who is that?
yo, what's good, Seth?
Don
I'm just
Testicoli,
hanging.
bro. I'm dead.
I'm just hanging, yeah.
I missed the grill joke, bro. I said, "What's up, Sack?" He said, "I'm just hanging."
No, I'm at work. I'm just listening. But yeah, I do have some ENS. I do have some ENS domains.
Just name us a few, because you seem like a very creative individual.
Tits or get the fuck out. .eth. 69 sucks. .eth. Prawns. You know, of course, Cox, both a 0. I actually got a lot. I've got a lot. So much I fucking forgot, dude.
Hey, Sack, how come you don't rock a ENS name in your in your name?
I just don't rock any name.
Yeah.
That's for now. I mean, I do occasionally.
All right.
But I don't have anything aside to my main account. But
seriously, as long as we got Sack up here, get Coochies.eth up here also.
Where is he or she? Or they?
The one with the Superman. Super S.
Can't find. Oh, there he is. There, he.
Sorry, Sack. I didn't mean to cut you off. What else you got?
I've got Vitalik Buterin. I've got I swear to God, ENS Ether. I've got Ape Dat. I think I just got BAP BAPP. Let me see. See, I just, you know what I mean? I just store them, you know? So, for the future, baby. I'm at work right now.
I hear a crane or some shit.
Yeah, someone's moving a robot. I've only got like 50 something, but...
Is it Specs?
That's Sarah Connor. She's coming to save the day. Yeah. Yeah, I think Titcha Get the Fuck Out is probably like, my grail, if you will. I got Pepe Sylvia. I got Fworth 6090609, of course. P2P business, not eBay. Chain blocks, Nombre 69, of course. Black market pizza, but Pizzuh. Maddox, Anons, Black Web, Internet, Degenital, of course. Nothing probably. For culture. I got Weths, Sapien. I got the one, THE0NE. Net assets. I got Fucks, FUHKS. Friend with two N's. Shill with three L's. Web receipt. Network.
Bro, I gotta stop you for a second. I
Thank
just
God.
checked, man, I just checked his account. It's autistic one.
Yeah, I've been here. You know what I mean? I've been here. I've been here since motherfucking Crypto Kitties. Yeah, don't. You know what I mean? This is
What the
just
fuck,
who I am.
man? It's so funny. I'm crying. He's autistic only.
I appreciate that. See, that's what any more of that. It's got kicked out of two spaces. Yeah.
Oh, that's good, man. Did you say you have black market?
Yeah, but not the full. Just MKT instead.
All right. You know that the kid's toy where you rip on the string and it says what the animal says? Are you telling me that changes?
What was that?
That geologically it matters? You rip on the string and the
Oh
cow
yeah.
says.
No, yeah, no, yeah, yeah. Black web too, and dark web and dark market as well. Same way, but I think I did the web with a 3 instead for one of them or something like that.
Oh, that's good.
It's not bad, right?
Yeah, someone was in here. They named off a whole bunch of those they registered with web and spelled with a 3.
Yeah, I mean it's kind of a cop out, but whatever. I mean when it comes down to it, second best, right? Yeah, I haven't sold any, but I don't know if I ever will. I don't know what the fuck.
Have you tried?
No, not really.
Have you listed any?
Yeah, I've listed a couple, like,
But not like heavy advertising?
no, definitely not. I never really shill anything that I have. I mean, I just don't. I mean, that's not like I really want to sell them either. But if they were to sell, whatever, I would also just be depending. You know what I mean?
If there was a baked-in feature at the place you were trying to sell it where you could pay for views on it, what would you pay for the views?
Oh, like, are you saying like per view?
Sure, per 1,000 or per 10,000, per 100,000.
Shit, I don't know. Is there a guarantee or like is there like an average or an average sale price depending on what I mean?
If I was some dirty web too, I'd tell you yeah, and I'll promise you the moon, depending on how much money you got. But I'm just curious what a fair number would be
Oh,
for
okay.
marketing.
Yeah. Okay. I guess that's a good question because that's kind of important right now. You know what I mean? Like you look at the market, it's just flooded. And what's the market? The fucking only one people are going to is OpenSea, and it's just filled with a bunch of fucking trash ass names, right? What would I pay? Are we talking in doll hairs? Are we talking? What are you talking? Luna? Luna did some wonders for me yesterday. I'll pay in some Luna, yo.
All right. Glad it did something for somebody somewhere.
Fuck, man. I saw that. I bought that shit on the fucking on the low. I'm like, yeah, I want to throw some money at it because you know what? These bastards are just that evil, I don't know, dude. Say 1,000 views, you said, for like 1,000 views. How much would I pay for something like that? That's interesting. That's an interesting.
See, it depends on the like for insurance, man, or car insurance, that gets ridiculously high.
Right.
Several dollars a click for follow throughs, you know.
Right.
But for standard like advertising on like, I don't even want to say Meta, but you know, Meta get you about, I'd say between 1,000 and 10,000 depending on your audience. But I would say it, at the very least, I've never seen it get less than $1,000, $1,000. But that's targeted.
Right.
I haven't. Yeah, I was wondering, anyone out here experienced with marketing, and then what was the click-through rate?
I've ran ads before. The click-through rate for, I don't know, depends on the platform and what I'm advertising, but the highest I've had is like 2%, which is pretty good in my eyes. I don't know.
Maintainer, was you asking about advertising ENSs and making sales, or?
Yeah. It's a big pain point for people trying to flip. There's no like go-to marketing service, and it's not really baked in anywhere. So
Yeah, I mean, I'm hoping the main plug's got something up his sleeve to deal with that. But
yeah.
for me,
We'll
I
put the
mean,
thread together and all collaborate ideas. What do you got?
oh, listen. For me, it was a case of. I mean, the only reason why I'm on Twitter is basically because I've got a lot of names, and I just knew that I needed to build some kind of audience to. So, example, the other day I put a post of just like some of the names I've got, like human names, and within 10 minutes, I think I had 3 email inquiries, and I made 1 sale out of it. So it's just basically having the eyeballs on what you've got. But again, as I say, these names are only sort of worth what someone's willing to pay for them. So
Yeah, no, that's actually amazing, man, and really good news, not just to me but to the listeners. I wonder, did you look at your Twitter analytics recently? Do you have that data? Would you even mind sharing tidbits of it?
I don't have it in front of me because I don't know how to do it on my phone. But when I'm upstairs on my computer, I can take a look if you want. Well, I mean, example, I put a competition the other day, and I think within 12 hours I had I believe it was like 6,000 impressions. I think it's like 83 profile clicks. So one thing I do as well is whenever I put up, if I'm going to put a name up for sale, I never put the price. I just have the link to go to the price, and that way I can gauge how many people are interested in what the price is of that.
Yeah, very good.
For 2,000 impressions, I put a bundle together, which I thought was a very good bundle at a fair price. And I think out of 2,000 impressions, I had 85 clicks. So it's quite low. But you got to remember that the people in our space are really sellers. The true buyers they're only starting to come through. I mean, I sold to a account called Epic Village. Now he has got some amazing names, but he's also a buyer as well. And I know, like the other day, he swept up the floor for, I think he bought 45 4 digits. So he's obviously got the liquidity to do it as well. But it all just boils down to having the right eyeballs on your name at the same time. Having the right name with the right eyeballs connected. So
right.
one thing is, well, my ideal would be to sell my entire portfolio and just basically have the right buyer. I mean, I believe I know what I would take for my portfolio, and obviously I know that I'm not selling to the final buyer. I'm selling to a speculator who maybe didn't get in as early as I did, and wants to sort of because I this whole social space is not my thing. I just want to make enough money to pay off the mortgage.
Lying. You love it.
No. I mean, listen. I mean, the fact that I'm speaking on Spaces is quite crazy because I'm really not that sort of person. But the whole I don't have Facebook or Instagram and all that. But I just knew that I would need to get on this space to sort of start selling some ENS names.
Hey, that's wise, man. I wondered, did you write an ad, or was it just like a depiction and
No, I mean, for me to promote a post would have to give my address and all that, which, you know, this whole verification shit. So no, it was. I mean, example, the giveaway that I done the other day, and I noticed that, you know, the Twitter picker who picked it. If you actually go through the profiles of the people, it was everybody is just basically retweet. I do feel that if you've got something to say in these sort of spaces that would, you know, be interested in for people, you have to say that. You know, I mean, you know, it didn't take long for me to get to say the followers I got, because I believe that I'm quite active, and you know, I like to sort of put information out there which I believe will be valuable to people. But the people who are just retweeting and like entering competitions are either bots or they just, you know, I don't know. But you know, you have to reap what you sow in this, and you have to, you know, if you're an asset to people, then you know people will see that and, you know, follow you, and you know the squad.
yeah, for sure, man. You're doing great. We love it when you show up to these spaces and your feedback for sure. If you're the first one to come back with some marketing data, if we get some analytics out of that, that'd be great. Not must have, but super beneficial, you know.
Yeah, I mean, I can screenshot what you want to look at. I mean, obviously, you know, your profile, and then you go to the data. Yeah, but I'm happy to screenshot the last few months if you want, and then you can.
Oh yeah, that'd give us something to work with. Give us some expectations, you know, and then we can gauge how far our budget would get, and how many people we can market, and so forth.
Yeah, I mean, again, but it's a case of you know, you can jump on trends. I mean, as I got on the numbers early, and I'm, you know, I've always been a trader, as I say. I mean, my main thing was trading cryptocurrencies, and I used to, you know, trade like country currencies, example. So, but with the names, you know, back in 2019, when I first, like, you know, I was able to jump on and buy whatever I wanted. I believe that it was 2025 that I would be making my first sell. I made my first sell, I think, and I lowballed it. Well, sorry, it was a very cheap. It was a first name. That's all I've ever sold is names. So I've not sold a phrase or a company. So just for people to know, names do sell, and you do get the people approaching you. And the one thing I would find, which I haven't done, but I think will be beneficial, is if you have a wallet that has nothing attached to it, then all that the buyer who wants your name, you're better off letting them just do bids to an anonymous wallet rather than basically, you know, your Twitter profile, and they can contact you. Then you start getting into that conversation, and you know, if you know what I mean, you're better off just being completely an invisible person to the buyer. I think that would be beneficial.
Sure. So have a sales account, you're saying?
Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong, I don't have it, so I haven't taken my own advice. But it's just like, example, I could be talked down to literally giving something away. So when I have a name and somebody wanted it, rather than them just put a bid in it and then I just either ignore it or let them increase their bid, they approach me on Twitter, and then they start giving me the sob story, and then I just go on in, yeah, I'll do it for that price. So,
Oh man,
Now,
the sob story, man. I want to hear a little more details on that sob story. Did they like? How bad was it? Like a tearjerker, or was it?
I mean, one of them, when the profile picture of the name I saw, the person was in a wheelchair in his profile picture, and I just thought, I can't rip him. I can't, because it was a good name. You know, as I say, it was a good name, and I just, you know, sort of, you know, he sort of said, you know, I'm interested, and you know, and all that, and then obviously, you know, I look at his profile picture, and you know, not saying they're different from somebody who, you know, is not in a wheelchair, but it's just, you know, it just made me think, yeah, no, I'm not going to take the piss out of this one. Listen, to be honest with you, as I say, I've got names that I will give. I've got charity names, and I've got like alternative media big presences.
Good on you. Good on you. I do the same thing, and you know, a lot of people don't. They go for the one or two, but man, you're out here looking. You're talking about liquidating your entire portfolio, right? And that's a big flip there.
Yeah, I mean, I don't, you know, not blow my own, not, yeah, you know what I'm saying. But basically, so I had the competition, and I saw somebody whose name was Kinsky, And I could see it was like, so I went onto the profile. They obviously like retweeted against the competition, and and she was basically said in the comments, "I'd love to win it. I don't have a .eth." And she was, she was a young girl, and she was, trying to, do well in the NFT world. But her name was available, so basically, I just bought it for her, and I just said to her, "Send me your ETH address, and I'll send over your name." So now she's excited, and she's like, now she actually has her first name as a .eth. And she's buzzing, and it wasn't her who won the competition; it was somebody else. But just stuff like that. The only one, I mean, like my Sky.eth. Now I have a problem with Sky, but also my daughter's called Sky. And if this is recorded and they ever pull this up, but I would literally, this is how my mind works. It'd like get Kay Burley, who's one of the main news reporters on there, who got caught. She was the one telling everyone to mask up and all that, but she got caught in a party and she got suspended for 6 months. My thing is, if you want this name, you can have this name. Just get Kate Burley on live TV to bloody admit that all the shit she's been saying for the past 2 years has been nonsense, and she's been lying to the British public. Mentality. But again, there's two buyers. You've got to remember that you've got the end buyer of the name. Whenever you buy, I always say make sure you have your buyer in mind, and preferably more than one. So you have your end buyer who will want it because they want it and they will not let it go. But then you also have the speculators who want to buy it off you to flip it in the future for profit. So they're the ones who are going to actually take the risk of holding it, because obviously nothing's a banker. Ethereum's not a banker that it will be the number one blockchain in say 5-10 years. So and I always price accordingly. You have to, you see these people putting up silly names for silly prices, and it's like, no, I believe that even people now can make a business from selling these domains, but you have to be fair, and the people will have to respect the fact that you've got their name, and this is your business sort of thing. So if you play it smart, you can do well, and you'll build a good reputation. Like this one person I sold, he knew it was a fair price. We negotiated. I know I could have got more. He knows he should have paid more, but as I say, then I become a thing like, yeah, I'm a good seller.
What would you? Go ahead.
Oh, sorry. I have a question. Like you don't have to dox your wallet if you don't have to, but I have to ask, like, what kind of domains do you have?
Well, if you go to my website, which is cryptoshout.eth.limo, I haven't updated it. I've got more, but I've got over 280 names. But okay, so my wallet is basically, I've got the full spectrum. I've got first names, I've got last names, I've got male names, female names, I've got companies, I've got brands, I've got sayings, I've got sports. I believe sport personalities will be massive in the future, because I believe that crypto will be, the Formula One is my number one tip. Find potential Formula One drivers of the future. That's my number, because obviously you look at the crypto.com plastered everywhere in F1. Crypto is massive in Formula One. And I do believe that there's a day when they're going to basically, the management and the sponsorship teams will be going to these drivers. Look, we want you to have the .eth on your social presence. We're putting all this money in. You guys are the ones with all the eyeballs on you. You're going to have to start pushing this crypto thing. So I believe that will happen. And I've got quite a few names of potential drivers. But yeah, you have to be diversified. You have to know who your end buyer is. And, even in niches in the future, as I say, we're in this world, but you have to look at the bigger picture of how what me and Punks was discussing earlier about like records, and when real world infrastructure is built around it, what would the company's names be called? Who are they? And you have to, the amount of times when I speak to people and they go, "Oh, we listened to you. Yeah, I've just bought this ENS name. I've just listed it for 10 Ethereum. Do you reckon I can get that?" And who, it's like, well, when you bought it, put yourself in your buyer. You always have to put yourself in a buyer's head. Who will buy that from you, and what would it be? What would their worth be? And then we have the potential of actually building on them. So they actually, the fact that they can, they may not think that name's the greatest name, but if we've actually built a package where there's an actual business built into that name, they can say, "I see the potential, and this is what I'd like to offer you." But yeah, I mean, like if you ever want to see the grail of all grail wallets, go to J4 Ward. on Crypto Shout. Crypto Shout on OpenSea. Now that geezer has a multi-billion-dollar portfolio. There's no doubt about it. I mean, yeah, I believe I have a very good portfolio, but that geezer's is like creme de la creme.